I think you're fighting through a lot of anxiety this month. Like, I'm feeling as though you're pushing past anxiety. You're moving beyond anxiety. That song, Clouds in My Coffee, Clouds in My Coffee. Oh, that's You're So Vain. Don't mind Mr. West. He has been very chatty for all of today's readings. Go watch the birds. You can't play with them, just watch them. You know, I think people may... West is so funny. I think people may have something to say, Scorpio, about what the choices you're making and what you're doing, and they may think that it's out of vanity. Like, I'm feeling as though people think you are that song. Like, they're looking at you like... Or people are thinking that the things you're doing are because of them. And you're like, you're so vain, as if. Like, as if. Oh, yeah. As if I would make any moves on your behalf. Come on. Scorpio's always working on self. Scorpio, this is you in your best light. Death is what we do best, right? I'm a Scorpio moon. Death is what we do best. And we are resurrecting. We are resurrecting. And we are working through our resurrecting. Like, we aren't just like, oh, yeah, end of a cycle. Here's it. No, like, we're overhauling everything. Some of you may be redoing your whole look. Like, maybe getting plastic surgery. Or just revamping your wardrobe. Or just getting a whole entire new job. But again, I think people are thinking you're doing it in spite of them or for them. Or they think they're involved somehow. And you're like, no. This is me and my thing. What I say about that anxiety? This can't coexist if you're going to be working hard. If you're going to really work for that new life that you want, the anxiety has to go. You have to believe in yourself. Hey, Scorpio, what's up? So, this is a general reading, but I'm definitely getting a few messages that may relate to people in relationships. So I'm going to get those out the way real quick. Some of you, I think, have been worried that you're pregnant. And you're going to find out that that's maybe not the case. I also think that you have an opportunity this month to get clear on things that you have ignored for a while. And I also think that for those of you that have been having issues with your mother or a mother-like figure, a woman in your life, particularly that if it's a Leo, I think that this month you're finally going to be able to communicate to her what has been so upsetting and how her opinion or how her resistance to you living your own life, you can't take it into consideration anymore. Okay. So we have what Spirit is asking us to leave behind, what block was now lifted for Scorpio, Scorpio's energy, head, heart, and what's holding them in that energy, Spirit's advice, and the most likely outcome at the end of June, overall energy, the Ace of Swords. So overall, I think that you're getting, I think that you're cutting through the bullshit, Scorpio. First of all, you always know what it is on an intuitive level. Whether or not you pay attention to that really depends on how much control you want to have over your environment. Okay. This also has yads on this card, right? These little things that are attached to the tower as well. So there's always some level here of like revelation. Like there was something that you were ignoring that now you no longer can ignore. Like what was happening in the dark now comes to light type of deal. And the Justice card is on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, obviously this could be, regarding a Leo, but I think overall, Scorpio, it's like the just outcome will be. Like it's going to be what it's going to be, and it's all going to be in universal divine order. You know what I mean? People are going to get served their karma. You don't need to serve it. The universe will handle it. So what Spirit is asking you to let go of this month? Very interesting. Two major arcanas. The Chariot and the Star. And the rune I have here on the Chariot is protection. So, and I think a lot of ways some Scorpios thought if they moved, like that would grant them the protection that they needed, or moving away would protect them in a way that they would definitely be able to pursue their dreams without any outside interference. And I think in some ways, like, that was not true. Well, because, I mean, hello, the reality is that whether, you know, we really do want to move away, and obviously we can do whatever we want to do, but, like, circumstances don't change our vibration. Like, whatever vibration we hold, whatever place that we're sitting in, that ultimately will dictate our reality. So upping and moving is not going to change this scenario. I think that you're also, this month, Scorpio, deciding to finally act on your dreams. Okay? I think you're finally deciding to take action. I think you're also deciding to finally move forward and have faith in what is really for you. Something has transpired where you realize that you can't wait anymore. You can't wait anymore. It's clear now. Oh, I just heard that song. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. No, just kidding. So yeah. So like, you're done crying. You wiped your eyes. Whatever has been disappointing to you, you've wiped your eyes. And you realize, like, you can move forward, and you have to. You have to. I think the protection comes from moving forward. The protection comes from not just, because something with the Star too, the Star is about faith and believing in yourself and believing in your dreams. But there's also not a lot of action happening in the Star. The Star is like when you're formulating the idea and then you bring it out into the world. Yeah, this is before the moon, before you face your fears, before you face the things that may be inhibiting you from your dream, and before you see it actualize in the sun. So you are protected in taking this journey, but you have to start now. And the door that was closed to you that is now open, the Knight of Cups, and the rune here I have is fertility. And I asked, let me make sure I'm talking about, yeah, fertility. And I asked Spirit, tell me more about this Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords. So for some of you, a couple things. I think that, again, you are ripe for change. I was telling Libra this too. A couple signs. Everyone's making big moves. I also think, though, in terms of those of you I said moving will not change, moving, like, because something about the Star also says fantasy, moving towards like an idealistic thing. So I think that you're finding out now that this knight in shining armor is a headache. Some of you. Okay? Some of you. I think some of you also are seeing that not all that glitters is gold type of deal. Like remember I told you people are going to think that you're making moves because of them. And they're going to think that, you know, that maybe you're vain, or that like you're not really about it. That's kind of how I'm feeling too. Like, they think that you're not really about it, Scorpio. Like, that you're not really going to go and do what you said you were going to do. I have a little bit of a romantic vibe here, even though this is not a romance reading. But I think very much so Scorpio had a lot of the general moves they make and a lot of the career moves they make are dependent on their relationships and the people that they love. So I think that's why it comes up like this. Because it happens almost every time I try to do a Scorpio general reading. I also think, though, because you're moving on with your dreams, right? Because this is a very dreamy offer, right? I think that your mind is fertile to be anxious because you've never done something like this before as well. I definitely see that as a message as well. But overall, we're cutting through the delusion. So there's no Five of Swords here, Eight of Swords. There's no Seven of Swords. So ultimately, it's your own doing. Like, I think, and for those of you that this is another person, you're finally seeing the anxiety that they bring to you. This also could be you having anxiety because of the situation with the mother that I was talking about here, and we're going to get into right now. So in your head right now, Scorpio, if my nails would let me pick these cards up off the table. Four of Swords. In the Strength card, in your head, in your thoughts, in your heart, the Empress. In your foundation, the Fool. The rune that was on the top with the Four of Swords and, I almost said Leo, and the Strength card is Prosperity. And the card that we have with marriage, the rune that we have with the Hanged Man is Marriage. So, and in some ways, I think that you are taking a rest from being strong, like in a good way. Like in a good way. Like you're realizing that you don't always have to put a face on for everybody and that like shit can be wrong. Like, but you're also like, you're giving a rest, right? Because this door is open. It is possible that you could, because you're so, this means so much to you. This new opportunity that you're taking on means so much to you that you are anxious. But I think overall, you are remembering that you have been through so much. And there's no need to get yourself all in a tizzy because ultimately your mind is relaxed. Four of Swords, taking a break. And I think that you're realizing that you can overcome any obstacle that comes your way, especially as it relates to money and making more money. Okay? Because what you're trying to create is something that takes time. Gestation, right? This talks about a gestation period. You're creating something that is very feminine and very, how do I say it? It's based on a creative gift, basically. I think what you really want to do, Scorpio. It's not something that you've been doing, and I don't think it's something that is seen as traditional from your family's perspective. Because when I was in the bottom, when I got to the bottom of these cards, on the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Pentacles, and that's why I definitely think there's something that has to do with your mother, in the relationship that you have with your mother. You telling her, like, hey, listen, like, you know, I'm going to go do this. And, you know, I'm sorry if you don't approve of that. Because in your foundation, there's a pause, right? There's a hold. You have to see things differently in order to move forward. I'm also feeling as though, because the marriage rune is here, I'm also feeling as though some of you may need to wait, like you want to wait till marriage to have children. And maybe like your partner is surprised by that, or maybe your partner wanted you to move in and you also wanted to move in, but then you tell them like, hey, like I need to be engaged first. You know, I want to get engaged, or I want to know that we're going and taking this relationship to a higher level if we're going to move in together. And then you end up just not taking like breaking up, taking a break, but like taking a break from things. I'm also feeling as though that you're finally seeing that this creative reality can be real. That you can commit to your dreams, to being your best self. Absolutely. And I think for a lot of you that this is work you're taking on work that is I want to say of the more feminine capacity. So that would be creative work, or like something where you deal with like aesthetics, right? I really have that feeling. There's a lot of beauty in this card. And I think that you also, in some capacities, want to be a mother, and you're trying to like get your career stuff out of the way. Maybe you're like taming your mind, right? You're taming your mind and trying to focus it on work, taking a rest from being a mom, taking a break from marriage, and just like focusing on yourself this month, getting right with yourself mentally so that you can move forward. Because Spirit's advice for you is the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords. And the rune we have here is Journey. And that rune's been coming up for a lot of signs. So, but when I saw this, I looked at it as like it's part of your path to communicate where people have hurt you. Like if somebody hurts you, Scorpio, like you have a right to say something about it. Right? That is your truth. That is part of your journey, speaking your truth. Now, you don't need to take revenge on them. Like I said, I think I said that, because karma will take care of that. Karma will definitely take care of that. But it is important that on your journey, you communicate that. It's also important that you understand that part of this journey is people are going to come at you with some smart shit to say. They're going to tell you, oh, you know, because look, if you look, the Knight of Cups is coming at the Empress, and so is the Knight of Swords, so like this. Okay? And on one side, you got anxiety. The other side, you got heartbreak. So you have fertility here. You have journey here. So a lot of people have something to say about what you want to do. But you're creating from your heart right now, Scorpio. And that may cause you to cut some people off. Tell somebody to go, you know, smack the pavement, like pound sand. But that's part of the journey. And I know in a lot of ways, Scorpios, you know, I'm a Scorpio moon. Scorpios have a lot of upset to deal with. This could also be a message that comes in and just like kind of not surprises you, but just hurts. It just hurts. But there's something here about that that's just part of it. Like that's just part of how things roll. Because it's interesting, because in the future, what's like most likely outcome? Hello, again, nails. 9 of Pentacles, the Fool, the Queen of Cups. The rune here is love. So a couple things. One, I think that you're going to start a new, potentially self-employed venture or independent venture. Something you've never ever done before, but you really love it. And it really speaks to who you are. Really speaks to who you are. I also see this as like either starting a new phase, like, I don't know. The thing about the 9 of Pentacles is the 9 of Pentacles is a single woman. She's single. She has everything that she wants though. Like she's not unhappy. Like she's good. Like, so this is someone that, like I said, if someone says something to you that hurts you, or you have to check somebody, like, no, don't come for me. Like, know that you have the power to stand alone. Like, you will love yourself first. Because that's what's important. I feel like whatever this is, it may be like a poke in the side, but ultimately, like, you're gonna overcome that because you know how resilient you are, and you're done playing mind games with people. You're done playing mind games with people. You've been working on you. You've been building up your bank account, and you're ready now. Like, you worked that job for all those years so that you could finally strike out on your own and do something that you love. Do something that you love that really is in alignment with your soul. This is your energy, Scorpio. And that's really, really what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're finally ready to do something that you love. I think that you've been making sacrifices for your family for a long time. You've been doing things that your family wanted you to do. You've been doing things that you were told were the right thing to do. Like, it's what people are supposed to do. Like, if you're a mother, you're supposed to do this. If you're a daughter, you're supposed to do this. And you're just like, you know what? Nope, it's my turn. It's my turn. I finally believe that I can have these things, so I'm going to go get them. Yeah. Okay, that was a little too many, but we're going to take them. Yep. Look, first of all, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords again. I don't shuffle for reversals, so I don't know how these reversals got into my deck, but it is what it is. 6 of Crystals in reverse. This is the 6 of Pentacles. So, Scorpio, again, whoever was, like, helping you, or rather, who you were helping, whoever you were giving your money out to, whoever was feeding off you for support in some capacity, because it could be emotional support, it could be physical support, okay? There's an end to that. Also, if there was some type of third-party situation, like, you know now, and it's deaded, because, look, 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. You're done competing with anybody, because you know who you are. And if someone does come in and bring you some heartbreaking news, Like, it is part of your journey, and you will be just fine. This is a very beautiful outcome. Nine of Pentacles, Fool, Queen of Cups. Like, you may be hurt. I don't think people are going to see it, though. People aren't going to see it. Eight of Cups. Ultimately, you're going to leave, I think, something that you've invested in, right? I think you're going to leave behind something you invested in, whether it's a job or, I mean, your family. Like, I'm not saying you're going to, like, tell your family to, like, never speak to you again, but there's this idea that you're done doing things that don't serve your highest good, that your highest soul path. Because here we have the Ace of Crystals, the Ace of Pentacles. So you have a new financial opportunity that you're ready to seize, but in order to do that, you have to stop giving your power away through arguments and trying to explain why you make your choices that you do. You don't have to explain your shit to nobody. Okay? And I think that you're finally confident in that, Scorpio. Don't let your other people catch you off guard. Okay? Don't let other people catch you off guard. You finally made this decision, and it's founded on listening to your, I've been telling every sign that. I feel so redundant. Listening to your heart. Listening to your heart. But North Node is in Leo, so we have to. And I gotten that message way before I even started doing readings on YouTube at the beginning of the year. All Spirit kept telling me around the new year was I'll take both of those. Feel. Don't think, feel. Like, to get through the year, they told me you're going to have to feel your way through. And I cannot stress enough how true that has been. Like, anytime I have tried to apply my mental power towards making a decision or deciding what's best for me right now or what's not best for me, blah, 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 I have failed. I have failed. And the second I say, you know what? I don't know everything, and that's fine. And I just ask myself, how do I feel about it? And I make the perfect decision in seconds. So the first card that fell out. I now do work I love, and I am paid well for it. Bang. I am appreciated and well compensated wherever I work. So there you go. You don't got to worry if the money's going to come or not. Or if you get fired. If this is a firing, you will have plenty of money that you can make on your own. A new financial opportunity that's coming in that is a lot more abundant, and you're going to love what you're doing, so it doesn't matter. Look, I have unlimited potential, only good lies before me. The joy I find in my career is reflected in my overall happiness. Well, there's that then. So if you're anxious about this new opportunity that's coming in, you don't need to be. Don't listen to what other people have to say. Don't listen to your mother. Don't listen to the other people in your life. Not that they don't mean well, but they don't know your heart. They don't know what you're ready to birth. And you understand, Scorpio, that you can't continue to have a prosperous mentality without giving the beast a rest, right? Without taming the beast. All right. I love you guys so, so much. And I see a great new beginning. You guys are going to overcome this, no doubt. Okay. I'll see you in a couple weeks for the June readings. Peace.